Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you my predictions for the month of January 2017 for you coming from Aries, and I'm going to use Kabbalistic tarot cards for that. And so I'm going to shuffle these cards and do my predictions for you. And the first area I'm going to tackle is romance, marriage and family. So let me pull one card to help me read the prediction for you. It's facing me, so you don't have much control over romance, marriage or family areas as you should have. I'm going to divide the card into two, and so the first half would be to do with your first 15, 16 or 17 days of January, and the second half for the last half of January. Now I see the signs of Venus on this card, and that's not a very good sign for you. And I show that you are crossing swords with your partner. So for you in Aries, the first 15 to 20 days are going to bring frustration due to opposition in romance areas. Perhaps your thinking doesn't agree on things. So you'll have to work very hard to create harmony for yourself during the first 15, 17 or so days of January. This card also shows a tendency to be not agreeing on something. So basically, I worry about opposition, differences in romance, which can lead to some flaring up of difficulties. The second half of the card shows that the situation can get a little bit worse. Worse in the sense that you can be challenged and that your partner in romance can have the daringness to oppose you quite badly as well. So the second half or the second 12 days or so of January seem to be worse off for you in romance areas. I'm going to pull another card, and this has to do with your marriage areas. Now, this is an interesting card that says that your feet are tied. You cannot do much to help your marriage because there seems to be opposition coming your way. The solutions are limited, and therefore there is a tendency here in the last or in the first 15 days of frustration, not being able to cope in marriage areas well. It is not the card that shows breakup or anything like that. It just shows that the first 15 days are going to be very gloomy and a tendency to be finding opposition in marriage areas as well. The last 12 days or so show that situations can get more rocky or stormy. So watch out that the last 12 days of January can make the problems to escalate and go a little bit out of control. So the whole month of January for you in marriage situations seems to bring sparks of problems. It doesn't show that it can go to the end of breaking up or so, no. But that shows unhappiness and your ability to get the situation right in the month of January. I'm going to pull another card for general family areas. And the card here shows that your partner tends to be quite not cooperative enough for you, and that even your children will tend to produce some difficulties for you. Not on a very big scale, but on a scale where frustration is seen. So in three areas, romance, marriage and family, your month of January is not really the best. So you need to work quite hard at it. Now I'm going into the area of career, business or finances. And firstly, I'm going to pull a card for your career areas, and it's facing you, which shows that you have control. Apart from control in your career areas, you somehow cannot find progress. So I'm again dividing the card into two. So the first half of the month you cannot find progress there is frustration, inability for you to convince perhaps your superiors to support you. So you will be emotionally troubled in the first 15 days of the month regarding your career. The second half of the month regarding your career shows that situations can get a bit worse. Your status seems to be challenged, and regarding help from your colleagues or from superiors is actually minimized, so that you have to tackle problems in your career areas by yourself. So the whole month is not very fruitful for your career areas. I'm going to pull another card, this time to do with your business, and it's facing me. So my worry is, this card shows gloominess, and now I'm talking of your business area. It shows gloominess with a tendency that everything turns to become very slow, and rather than the bright sunshine, which there is about 30% of the card, there is more of darkness and frustration and some depression to do with your business areas. For the first 15 days, 15 to 17 days, I can see that your progress is around 50% in business. But the bottom of the card, which means that the last 12 or 13 days, shows a slowness and extreme frustration in business. So be prepared that the whole month of January in terms of business is going to be slow. I'm now going to pull a card for your general financial situation, and it's facing me, so which means you don't have much control on general financial areas. The first half of the month has a tendency to frustrate you. It says that all your hard work may produce around 40% or 30% of value, of return, of dividends. So be prepared to be patient in terms of financial areas becoming better for you in the first half of the month. The bottom of the card shows that stress is seen in financial areas. So perhaps unpaid bills may trouble you, or your income may have a little bit of a dent, or what you expect, a promotion or so, may be denied to you, and so your finances during the last half of the month become a little bit tricky. So for the whole month, your career, business and financial areas need some care and patience, and do not take risk financially. I'm now going to pull a card regarding your health area in the month of January for you in Aries. It's facing you, and that's a good sign. Your health areas don't show much problems. It shows stress basically more than anything else. It shows that you'll have to work extra hard, and because of that perhaps your tiredness and exhaustion can be seen. So mental stress, physical stress is shown with this card. You are not able to produce the energy to sometimes tackle as much as you can the difficulties seen in the month of January for you in either personal areas or in career business areas. So this card shows that take things as they are, be patient for solutions, and that way you can help your health areas. I'm a bit worried that your allergies may flare up in the month of January. I'm a bit worried that your lung areas may also produce some problems in the month of January. And thirdly, if you are a woman, I would be worried about ovarian problems, because the planets here show that especially for women, they are more vulnerable to having problems in January, and I make it as ovarian issues. Okay? And that's what I have to predict for you for the month of January using Kabbalistic cards for you in Aries. In the meantime, you may go to Facebook and follow me, and if you have any questions, ask me on Facebook. I wish you the best of luck for the month of January, and goodbye.